Right now, Preferred customers get their first bottle of Perfect Prostate absolutely free. There's nothing to lose. Perfect Prostate is guaranteed to reduce that constant urge to use the bathroom, especially at night, and promote healthy urine flow. Don't wait. Call now for your free bottle. Just pay shipping and processing. Dial 1-800-680-9903. That's 1-800-680-9903. Supplies are limited. One free bottle per household. Call now. Dial 1-800-680-9903. That's 1-800-680-9903.
Whenever I'm feeling a little down under, I can always count on Nate and Brian for their interesting perspective on topics important to freedom and civil rights by listening to the At Odds Show. Nate and Brian cover important topics with insight, intelligence, and of course humor. I can always expect a laugh or two. So if you want to be informed and have a great time, give these guys a listen.
At Odds.
Are you looking for some way cool t-shirts? Check out ChugDug.com. They have hundreds of crazy fun t-shirts like gun, patriotic, and you better believe zombie shirts. At ChugDug.com, you'll find quality shirts at a quality price. All shirts start at just $10 with free shipping over $50. Mention Radio 1 coupon code at checkout and grab a cool 10% off. That's ChugDug.com. T-shirts with attitude.
The At Odds Show with the greatest political talk show hosts in history, Nate and Brian. And it's sad that they actually believe that. So give a listen because the delusional need love too.
I've owned my company for 14 years now, and I can tell you that payroll is a 4-letter word. I hate doing it. It eats up hours I don't have, and it costs me money I could be saving. But my accountant's too expensive. And I'm not sure who to call, but I know I need help.
We're Paychex, and we take all the hassles out of small business payroll. We save you time and money. It's easy. Call, fax, or give us your payroll information securely online, and we take care of the rest. We calculate the correct taxes, manage payments and direct deposits. We even send out your checks. Payroll doesn't need to be a 4-letter word anymore. We're so sure that we can save you time and money that we'll give you a month's payroll free. Just for calling 877-887-4991. Get 1 month's payroll for free. Call Paychex right now. 877-887-4991. That's 877-887-4991.
By these presents do grant a full, free, and absolute pardon unto Richard Nixon.
Which is, by the way, the answer to the trivia question.
No, it's not.
If you remember before the break.
No, we forgot the trivia question. I'm going to do that. But that's our day in history,
well, no,
right?
but look, that's what happens. That's what happens when we don't do this for 17 weeks in a row.
And Steven is worthless. Steve doesn't help us get on track at all.
He hasn't done a damn thing today, actually.
No, and he got paid for his 2 weeks. We do pay him. So on this day in 1974...
Well, you mean his pay doesn't change if we don't do a show.
Right, and we gave him a 10% raise.
Yeah, we did. He's not as happy as you'd imagine.
1974, Ford pardons Nixon for any crimes he may have committed or participated in while office. There were a lot of people that were upset by that. Ford later defended his action before the White House. Some committee explaining that he wanted to end the national division created by the Watergate scandal, right? Yeah.
That's a bummer. What was the trivia question?
What is the only place below sea level in the United States that is not in the California desert? Because there's Death Valley. That's below sea level.
I know the answer. I will give you a hint.
Okay.
There was a lady in this city that did not know where the Great Lakes were.
That's true.
Are we going to wait for guesses? Oh, wait. Oh, copyright. Don't do that.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Jeez. Sorry, Alex Trebek.
How about this? Da do dee da da do do do.
Happy birthday to you.
No, you can't do that.
No. Oh, no.
It's a major city in the South. Okay, everybody knows what the lowest below sea level place in the United States is outside of California.
Yeah. New Orleans.
It's New Orleans.
We had one guess.
The Big Easy.
We had one guess.
What was it?
It was Lansing.
Lansing. That
wasn't
we're
it.
about
No.
590 feet
We had
above
another
sea
guess,
level.
which was actually New Orleans.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, I got it right. Congratulations.
What do they win?
Win bragging rights. Tell all your friends to go to
and
adoutshow.com
our undying
and listen
gratitude.
to your...
What?
No, I'm saying if they send their friends to adoutshow.com, they can listen to us talk about their winning guess.
Huh. Doesn't sound like very much motivation. Okay. All right.
There's a dog.
And if they go to our website, they can buy a T-shirt.
They can.
$10 plus shipping, or what? Does that include shipping?
Yeah,
No.
it includes shipping. No, what I'm... Oh, I don't remember. It might not include shipping. Just go there, and it'll...
Order one of our T-shirts, for God's sakes, please.
Look, just order it, and we'll charge
great.
your credit card, whatever
You
it
can't
ends up
hardly
being.
get regular T-shirts for $10, for goodness
No,
sakes.
it's a good deal, even if you
having
add
our
shipping.
silhouettes on there.
Now, I will tell you, that glitter,
Silhouettes
that
on
pink
the wall.
glitter shirt that you're wearing...
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's a $25 shirt.
It is. And I got it for $30, so I don't know what you're trying to tell me.
Not me. It wasn't me.
Does Doug owe me $5 or what? Well, I got it in the hefty size, so there's a premium for being
small,
being
medium,
fat.
large, extra large, hefty.
And hefty. Big boy. Daddy likes his Coney Islands beer.
Speaking of Coney Islands, I thought you were going to send me that recipe.
I did.
Didn't you? Sent me the 11 herbs and spices from KFC.
Oh, yeah, that's all I had I could find. I will give
help.
you the Coney Island recipe later.
That doesn't help. Hey, Jill Stein, she's running for president. You might not have heard of her.
Already? Oh.
No, we didn't.
We did talk about that?
No, look, just like the last election cycle,
boy.
she does some stunt to get arrested.
Get publicity.
That's what she did last time, to get publicity.
There's a warrant out for her
I think
arrest.
she's up to 0.42% support now.
Right. Damn communist.
She's almost got her own vote.
So, yeah, this was... she's a Green Party, right? Which is basically a communist party.
Yeah, not basically.
All right, it's mostly communism.
No, it is.
It's somewhat communist.
No, it is.
Sort of.
No.
Kind of.
Anyway, go ahead.
She's facing local charges because she went out, and I agree with the fight, the good fight by the Native Americans in North Dakota. They want to have a pipeline that's going to go through some sacred lands and some reservation lands, and they think they kind of got screwed, and they may have, because if you consider the history of Native Americans. She went out there with the protesters, and she's...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If you consider the history.
Yeah.
I mean, what if you consider the history of, like, I don't know, the Jewish people? Is there something we should do?
They get screwed
different
all
there?
the time, no
Or,
matter
I don't
what
know,
continent they've been
consider
on.
the history of the Irish, or consider the history of the Polish,
right?
Or I don't know, consider the history of the Czech Republic. I mean,
so you're saying
what do you consider the history?
Might makes right?
No, not at all.
That's what
that's
you're
not
saying.
That's not
exactly
even close
what
to
you're
what
saying.
I'm saying. I'm saying
Yeah.
I suppose we should give Texas back.
Well,
right? Because if you consider the history,
would that be bad?
If you consider the history, I mean, come on.
So the Native Americans have their land.
I want our little notch of Ohio back.
Quasi sovereign, and they're protesting this pipeline. She went out there and she spray painted some construction equipment.
Yeah, can't do that.
And so she's got a warrant out for arrest for vandalism, I think.
Probably, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
She got a little press for it. That's
and
good.
she got a little press in 2012 when she tried to barge her way into the
debate
at what was Hoekstra University, I think.
Yeah, Hoekstra.
She tried to get in, and they arrested her, and
good friend of mine graduated.
Handcuffed her and her running mate to chairs and left them there for 8 hours, apparently.
Which she didn't complain, apparently.
She never once said they did the wrong thing.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah.
Tighten
I mean,
those-
my party kind of is in favor of a police state while we simultaneously hate the police. which is,
You
I mean,
can't have it both
it's
ways.
as
It's complicated.
It's as
It is complicated.
You can have it both ways. We're okay with that now,
Yeah,
Brian.
yeah.
Also, that's as impossible as anarchy. I think they're equally impossible.
Oh, my mother
Right.
pulled an anarchy thing on me.
Did she?
Yeah,
She said, "There's no rules today."
She
She said, "But Brian, where did the
we're
roads?
playing euchre today, damn it, and we're not playing hearts.
Where did the roads go?"
Yeah, she doesn't need roads anymore.
Oh.
She needs Vicodin.
That's
So God darn it, I had something. Where was I going with it?
She played anarchy games or something.
Oh yeah. So I mentioned something about some bad laws and legalizing drugs and stuff. She goes, "So you want anarchy, right?" Where did that come from?
I mean, yes, I do, but that
She's
wasn't
a
my
communist, so what can I do?
point. Is she going to vote for Jill Stein?
No, she's going to vote for Hillary Clinton.
That's sad.
Guarantee it.
Yeah. Well, between her, you, and me, that makes 3 votes for Hillary.
Yeah.
So
she'll,
that's good.
She'll win in
That's
November.
good. Woo.
Bundys will go to trial.
It's about time.
You know, they're going to try all kinds of different things with adverse possession and federal rights to state lands, you know, and the thing is, but really, I guess what it comes down to, the charges
Who are the Bundys? I was thinking Al Bundy.
Yeah, no,
from Married with Children.
It's a relatives. These are the ones that
well, I believe
took
it.
over the federal
that.
wildlife building out in Washington State.
It wasn't. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So they're going to trial. They're being charged.
Oh yeah,
there's
several of them. There's like 20.
Mm-hmm.
Some have pleaded guilty and are already serving time, 2 years. They're going to fight it, and it looks like the only charge I could find that researching it was whether they prevented federal employees from doing their jobs. Now, federal employees don't generally do their jobs anyway, so I don't know how you could prevent them from it. But if found guilty of impeding workers, they could face up to 6 years in prison.
Yeah. Well,
Good
don't
Lord.
impede federal workers. Look, the federal government has
How do you tell when they're doing their job?
has a very important job to do.
You can't tell.
I think you can tell.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely you can tell.
Okay, fine.
They hand you a book of stamps and take your package,
Or they arrest you.
or they're pointing guns at you and arresting you.
Are those federal employees, postal workers?
Come on now.
They're quasi.
Nah.
It's quasi.
Nah.
Like the FBI might be a federal employee.
They work.
The guy that empties the trash cans, he's a federal employee.
Also a federal employee.
Yep.
Astronauts.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. There's some private company astronauts. Right? They had a teacher there, right? She wasn't a federal employee.
Are you sure?
Macaulay or whatever. She
don't
died
know.
up there.
I
think
don't
she
know.
Was a school teacher. I don't think you have to be a federal employee.
Look,
to go
what
into
are we
space.
doing? What are we doing? We're letting private companies build rockets, right? Like SpaceX.
Good.
Right? We're letting them do it. What do?
That's good.
They destroy a multi-million-dollar Israeli satellite because private companies cannot do things like go into space without the government.
Wait a minute. Was it a governmental Israeli satellite or was it a private business Israeli?
I don't know.
Because if it's private business, that's just good business. To destroy the competitor's satellites.
It's not a competitor.
I think you could do that.
It's not a
Okay. So this is what I hate, right?
Which part?
Hate crimes.
Why are we talking about New Orleans so much?
I love New Orleans. Never been there.
New Orleans.
Would never go
there. Have you
there.
ever looked at the word
Scum.
New Orleans?
It's New Orleans.
Yeah, okay.
The Big Easy.
Yeah.
So they arrest a guy this week and charge him with a hate crime, along with a few other offenses, because he damaged a window at a motel. But then he shouted slurs at a witness and at officers. How dare you, sir? How dare you call officers the C word and the F word and all of the other words?
Cop?
How dare you? Yeah. He called one of the witnesses an N-word, and then when he was taken to jail, he swore at the police officers, and he's being charged under the new law in Louisiana called the Blue Lives Matter law, that they can charge people with a hate crime. Now, the problem is, does that mean that if you call the police pigs, you're going to be charged with a hate crime?
Sure.
Yeah.
Look,
see, that's what's wrong with this.
no,
It'll get dropped.
Hate crimes. Look,